Hello, my friends in the waste industry. Here recently, I had the opportunity to go visit with a friend, a really good customer, and we're definitely an extension of his team on two topics: on how much money he and his team have saved using a specific hydraulic hose and fitting brand, and Hub Industrial's Inventory IQ technology. So here is how the interview went with a 38-year veteran in the waste industry. Hi folks, I'm David Miller with Hub Industrial, and I'm standing here with my good friend JR. He is a 38-year veteran in the waste industry. Is that right, JR?
Correct, yes.
All right, now also he's a veteran in the Army as well, ain't that right, JR?
Correct.
So I'm standing here with a veteran, one from the Army, and two, he's a veteran in the waste industry, which I'm a veteran too, so I think that's why we get along so well, right, JR?
Probably so.
So JR, how long ago did you switch to Hub Industrial?
About 10 months ago.
Okay, and
just doing the switch, we found out that, trying to save money, and during the time of the switch, it was a process. We learned that, paying $5,000 a month with supplies, and, we cut it in half over a period of time. So it's just about teamwork between the two companies, and just trying to make sure we save money the best way we know how, and it works for us.
So JR, we did a couple things. Our original appointment was really about hydraulic hoses and fittings, was it not?
Correct.
Okay, and so from a previous vendor you you were having some issues.
Correct.
And we had switched to Ryco.
Correct.
Have you seen a positive experience over the last 10 months by using the Ryco hose?
Yes, we've seen a positive advantage of using the Ryco hose. We did have one couple failure, which one was mechanic error, and one was just failure. But as for overall using the Ryco hose and fittings, which I like about it is the fitting itself. There are no leaks, and it works for me. That's the reason why I switched and continue to use it.
So over the course of 10 months, have you seen less busted hoses on the average and a cost savings?
Totally less busted hoses, and big time saving.
Okay.
It works. It works.
And the next thing you did after that, well, we're like, hey, we'll give you a free crimper and we'll give you a storeroom, ain't that right?
Correct.
Now, what was your biggest complaint about your shop and supplies?
One of the biggest things was the amount of use that when I walk the shop, you see stuff laying on the floor, or you see nuts and bolts that just not being used. By putting the storeroom in here, it make everybody accountable for every nuts and bolts that they pull out of this room. What it does do is help maintain a lot of loose nuts and bolts laying around on the floor, because now everybody being held accountable for every little things that they take out of this room. That's where the savings come in at, and that's what's the biggest savings as for my suppliers in this location, where money saving was half the cost going forward.
So I think you just told me that you're saving roughly, you're looking for a place to put $2 a month or something like that? Ain't that what you said?
That between I ain't gonna tell everybody that, because I don't want my secret to get out.
Oh, okay. But my point is, you've seen a substantial cost savings.
Oh, yes.
In a very frugal industry. You once again found a way to save money.
Correct.
And
Yes.
Hub's a part of that process.
Correct, yes.
Awesome. So one last question, JR. If you had the decision to do all over again between the hoses and the shop and the whole 9 yards, would you make the decision all over again to go with Hub?
All over again. Not regret none of it.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it from a 38-year veteran in the waste industry. JR, thank you so much for your partnership, sir.
Mm-hmm.